Hello everyone. If you're new here, welcome. I'm a professional. Here we talk about women's health and much more. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel so that you will be notified when we upload new videos every week. Now let's begin. How many of you have been feeling so tired lately that sleeping for 8 hours a night just doesn't seem to help? Do you often get headaches or stomach aches without any apparent reason? Does it feel like no matter how much you do, it's never enough? And does it feel like life is just passing by and you are not living it to the fullest? You may be surprised to know that what you're experiencing could actually be symptoms of burnout. Burnout is a state of physical, mental, or emotional exhaustion. It can come from prolonged exposure to chronic interpersonal stresses on the job or in your personal life. One thing that might surprise you is that you don't need to be a working woman to experience burnout. According to statistics, almost half of all stay-at-home mums suffer from it. Yes, you heard that right. The role of a housewife is more demanding than you think. So if you're a stay-at-home mum watching this video right now, please take note. What you're going through is real. You're not alone. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Here are 7 signs that you're a highly ambitious housewife. Number 1, you're highly motivated and goal-oriented. Ambitious housewives are often highly motivated and goal-oriented individuals. They have a strong desire to achieve their goals, and they work hard to make it happen. However, sometimes their ambition can lead them to overextend themselves, and they may end up feeling overwhelmed and burned out. For example, an ambitious housewife may want to create the perfect home for her family, and she sets out to accomplish this by spending long hours cleaning, decorating, and cooking. Or she may feel pressure to be a supermom who does everything for her children, and she ends up sacrificing her own needs and well-being in order to meet this expectation. But being ambitious is not inherently bad. In fact, it's a great quality to have. When you're ambitious, you're driven and self-motivated. You set high goals for yourself, and you work hard to achieve them. But it's important to find balance and not let your ambition consume you. Take some time for yourself, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Remember that it's okay to slow down and take care of yourself. Number 2, you constantly seek self-improvement. Self-improvement is a journey, not a destination. That's why it's important to constantly seek out new opportunities for growth and development. It's also important to be patient with yourself and to celebrate your progress along the way by setting realistic goals and taking small steps each day. You can improve your life and reach your full potential. You don't have to do everything at once. Just focus on making small changes and be patient with yourself. Don't compare yourself to others, and don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. The important thing is to keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps are. It takes time to build new habits and change your thought patterns, but the rewards of self-improvement are definitely worth it. When you become the best version of yourself, you'll feel more confident, happier, and more fulfilled. You'll be able to achieve your dreams and live the life you want. So don't give up on self-improvement. Keep moving forward and enjoy the journey. Note 3, you're always looking for ways to optimize your time and resources. An ambitious housewife is always looking for ways to optimize her time and resources. She wants to do everything she can for her family, and she knows that time is of the essence. She understands that time is a limited resource, and she wants to make the most of it. This means that she's always looking for ways to streamline her schedule and her tasks. She might use time-blocking techniques or other productivity tools to help her stay on track. Additionally, an ambitious housewife is mindful of her resources, and she uses them wisely. She understands that her time and energy are valuable, and she doesn't waste them on trivial matters. Instead, She focuses on the things that really matter to her, and she delegates or automates the rest. For example, an ambitious housewife may choose to hire a cleaning service so that she can spend more time with her family, or she may use technology to automate her grocery shopping so that she can free up more time in her week. By optimizing her time and resources, an ambitious housewife can reduce her stress levels and better manage her responsibilities. Ultimately, this allows her to be the best mother, wife, and homemaker she can be. Number 4, you feel unappreciated and undervalued. Many ambitious housewives struggle with feeling unappreciated and undervalued. They put in long hours into their homes and families, but often don't receive the recognition they deserve. This can lead to feelings of resentment and burnout. To combat this, it's important for ambitious housewives to take time for self-care and remind themselves of their value. It can also be helpful to communicate with their partners about their needs and expectations. Ultimately, feeling unappreciated and undervalued is a sign that something needs to change in order to create a more balanced and fulfilling life. Number 5, you often put the needs of others before your own. Prioritizing the needs of others before your own is a common trait among ambitious housewives. This can stem from a desire to be seen as a good person or a good homemaker, but it can quickly lead to burnout and resentment. It's important to remember that you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself first ensures that you have something to give others. Setting boundaries and saying no when needed can help you avoid burnout and maintain healthy relationships. By taking care of yourself, you'll be better equipped to take care of others. Number 6, you have a strong sense of responsibility. Ambitious housewives often have a strong sense of responsibility towards their families and households. They feel the need to do everything perfectly and ensure the well-being of their loved ones. However, this can lead to feelings of being overwhelmed and anxious. It's important for ambitious housewives to remember that they don't have to do everything themselves, and that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Delegating tasks and setting realistic expectations can help reduce feelings of being overwhelmed and allow ambitious housewives to find a better balance in their lives. And you have difficulty relaxing and taking time for yourself. Ambitious housewives often find it difficult to relax and take time for themselves. They feel guilty when they take time away from their families and responsibilities, even though it's important for their own well-being. To combat this, ambitious housewives can practice mindfulness and self-care activities to help them relax. They can also try to shift their mindset from feeling guilty about taking time for themselves to feeling empowered and energized. By prioritizing self-care, ambitious housewives can be better equipped to handle the demands of their daily lives. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and comment below with your thoughts, experiences, or suggestions. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in our next video. Hi there. In today's society, we often put huge pressure on ourselves to be the best at everything, to do it all, and never complain. But let me tell you something. It's okay to not have it all together. In fact, it's okay to ask for help. And that goes double if you are a mom. You see, being a mom is hard work. It takes a lot of time, energy, and patience. And if you are also trying to be a good wife, a career woman, and maybe even take care of your parents or other family members, well, let me tell you, you're gonna burn out eventually. Being a mom is like trying to juggle a million things at once. Some days it feels like you're doing a decent job of keeping all the balls in the air. Other days, well, let's just say it's a miracle that anything gets done at all. The truth is, no one is born knowing how to be a parent. We all learn along the way, and we all make mistakes. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best. I know that sometimes it can feel like everyone is watching us, waiting for us to mess up. But here's the thing, we're all just winging it, and that's okay. So many people, especially women, put enormous pressure on themselves to be perfect. But the truth is, no one is perfect, not even close. And you know what? That's a good thing. Because if none of us were perfect, then none of us would ever have to pretend to be. Think about it. If you're always trying to put up this perfect facade, you're just exhausted. Who wants to live like that? Not me. So here's my advice to all the amazing mums out there. Don't worry about being perfect. Just do your best and let the chips fall where they may. Besides, our kids don't care about our mistakes. They just want to know that we love them. And that is what matters most. But you already know all of that, don't you? You know that it's okay to not have it all together. You know that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. But maybe, just maybe, you need a reminder every now and then. A reminder that you are amazing just the way you are. So here it is. You are loved, you are enough, and you are more than your mistakes. Now go out there and be the best mom you can be. And don't forget to take care of yourself along the way. You deserve it. Now, have you ever been so busy that you forgot to take care of yourself? How did that make you feel? Share your experiences with us, because we'd love to hear from you. Also, please remember to follow us. And while you're at it, why not give this video a thumbs up too? We'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this channel so far, and I hope you subscribed already. If you didn't do it, and if you did, watch this video right there. I think that will help you too. Welcome back everyone. How do you respond when someone tells you they don't care about something? What's your first thought? They might be trying to hide their true feelings. People usually say that they don't care, as a defense mechanism to hide their true emotions. Have you ever had a fight with your spouse, and they said they didn't care about anything? Did you get angry and ask them if they really meant it? Psychologists believe there are some things people say they do not care about because they want to stop thinking about them. These may be negative or uncomfortable topics, but saying they don't care helps them detach and move on. So what are those things? Here are 8 things your spouse says they don't care about, but they actually do. Do you notice your spouse avoids certain topics or activities without saying a word? Some people can become so detached and numb to their feelings that they don't even realize it themselves. Detachment is not always obvious, but it can be spotted if you know what to look for. This is often a sign of emotional burnout. Burnout can affect anyone, but it's more common in people who have demanding jobs or difficult home lives. When someone experiences burnout, they may feel exhausted, cynical, and unmotivated. Burnout is a state of physical, mental, or emotional exhaustion. It's a feeling of being overwhelmed and unable to cope with everyday tasks. It's more than just feeling tired or drained, and burnout does not come out of nowhere. It builds up over time. So how can you tell if your spouse is burnt out? Well, here are some signs to look for. Number 1, they don't spend much time with you anymore. Does your spouse spend a lot of time away from home? Maybe they work long hours or travel often. Whatever the reason, it seems like they're never around. If this is the case, it may be because they're burnt out. Burnout can make people withdraw from their loved ones. It's not that they don't care about you. They just need some time to recharge. Of course, it's important to communicate with your partner and let them know you're worried, but it's also crucial to give them space if they need it. Number 2, they don't talk to you anymore. Have you noticed your spouse doesn't talk to you as much anymore? Maybe they used to share their thoughts and feelings with you, but now they seem closed off. Or perhaps they used to listen to you, but now they don't even look at you when you speak. This could be a sign of emotional detachment due to burnout. When people are burnt out, they may start to withdraw from the world around them. They may not want to talk to anyone, including their spouse. Number 3, they don't remember things about you. Has your spouse stopped asking about your life? Maybe you tell them about your day, but they don't seem interested. Or maybe you share something important with them, but later they act like it never happened. This can be frustrating and hurtful. It can make you feel like your spouse doesn't care about you or your life. But this is often a sign of emotional detachment caused by burnout. When people are burnt out, they may struggle to focus on anything. They may have trouble remembering things, and they may not be able to keep track of details. So if your spouse seems to have forgotten important things about you, it may be because they're burnt out. 4, they don't listen to you. Communication is essential for any relationship, but it can be difficult to communicate effectively when one partner is burnt out. If your spouse no longer listens to you, it may be a sign that they're struggling with burnout. Burnout can make people tune out everything around them. They may not be able to focus on what their spouse is saying, or they may not want to hear anything. This can be a frustrating and hurtful experience for the other spouse, but it's important to remember that it's not personal. Your spouse isn't deliberately ignoring you. They're struggling to cope with burnout. 5, they don't spend time with your family. Does your spouse avoid spending time with your family? Maybe they used to get along well with them, but now they seem distant. Or maybe they never really liked your family, but now they actively try to avoid them. This can be hurtful and confusing, but it may be a sign that your spouse is struggling with burnout. When people are burnt out, they often withdraw from social situations. They may not want to see anyone, including their spouse's family. They may feel like they don't have the energy to socialize, or they may be embarrassed about their behavior. 6, they don't make eye contact with you. Is your spouse avoiding eye contact with you? Maybe they used to look at you when they talk to you, but now they look away. Or maybe they never made much eye contact before, but now it seems like they're actively avoiding it. This can be a sign that your spouse is struggling with burnout. When people are burnt out, they may struggle to connect with others. They may not want to make eye contact because they feel like they can't handle another conversation. They may feel like they're not qualified to talk to anyone, or they may feel like they don't deserve to be looked at. Number 7, they don't trust you anymore. Has your spouse stopped trusting you? Maybe you used to be able to talk to each other honestly, but now there's a barrier between you. Or maybe you never really trusted each other, but now it seems like your spouse is actively avoiding you. This can be hurtful and confusing, but it may be a sign that your spouse is struggling with burnout. When people are burnt out, they may struggle to trust others. They may not want to share their thoughts and feelings with you because they're afraid you won't understand. They may feel like they're not good enough for you, or they may feel like they don't deserve your trust. No, mate, they don't love you anymore. One of the most devastating things you can hear is when your spouse tells you they don't love you anymore. It can be heartbreaking and confusing, and you may not know what to do. However, sometimes when your spouse says they don't love you anymore, it may be a sign that they're struggling with burnout. When people are burnt out, they may struggle to connect with their loved ones. They may not feel like they're capable of loving anyone, or they may feel like they don't deserve to be loved. Of course, it's important to communicate with your spouse and try to understand their feelings. But it's also crucial to remember that burnout is a real and serious issue. If you think your spouse is struggling with burnout, reach out to them and let them know you're there for them. You may also want to encourage them to seek professional help. Burnout can be overcome with the right support and treatment. It can be challenging to watch your spouse go through burnout, but it's important to remember that it's not personal. Your spouse isn't deliberately ignoring or rejecting you. They're struggling to cope with a difficult situation. With patience and understanding, you can help your spouse get through this tough time. If you're a woman who feels like she has it all, think again. According to statistics, only a small percentage of you who watch these videos are actually subscribed. So if you haven't and want to be inspired and motivated to become the best version of yourself, click the subscribe button now. Also, please comment below the video with your greatest achievement as a woman. Let's inspire each other. And don't forget to check out these related videos to find out more about what men secretly want from their wives. You are the most important woman in your husband's life. You may not realize it, but if your husband is truly lucky, then you are his best friend, his lover, his confidant, his rock, and his everything. There is no one else who has the power to inspire him, motivate him, and make him feel loved like you can. But have you ever stopped to think about how much your attitude affects him? What kind of effect does it have on him when you are happy or sad? How do you influence his emotions and his decisions? And what kind of impact do you have on his life overall? The truth is that we all need a little bit of love and attention from our husbands every now and again. It makes us feel appreciated and valued, and it keeps us motivated to be the best possible versions of ourselves. So if you want to keep your husband happy and fulfilled, then listen up, because today I'm going to share with you 3 telltale signs that show whether or not he really appreciates you or not. If he doesn't, then you'll want to hear this video very carefully. Number 1, frequent mood swings. Does your husband often come home from work in a bad mood? Does he seem irritable and agitated a lot of the time? Or maybe he's just quiet and withdrawn. Whatever the case may be, it's important to take a step back and try to figure out why he's acting this way. Is it something that's going on at work? Are things just generally stressful right now? Or could it be something else entirely? Sometimes it can be helpful to ask him directly how he's feeling, or if there's anything you can do to help. Other times though, it's best to give him some space and let him come to you when he's ready to talk. Either way, it's important to be patient and understanding. He's probably not intentionally trying to make you upset. He's just dealing with a lot right now. As long as you know that you are supportive and loving, he'll eventually come around. But if this continues to happen frequently and without any real explanation, then he might be taking you for granted. After all, he knows that no matter what he does or says, you will always be there for him. So he might not feel the need to put in the effort to repair things when they're broken. 2, overwhelmed. Do you often feel overwhelmed by everything that you have to do? Are you constantly worried about money, work, the kids, the house, everything? It can be tough to manage everything on your plate, especially when it seems like there's never enough time or money. But it's important to remember that you're not alone. Your husband loves you and wants to help you, so don't be afraid to ask him for assistance. Whether it's picking up some groceries on the way home or helping out with the kids, he's sure to be happy to lend a hand. The most important thing is that you take care of yourself. If you're not happy or healthy, you won't be able to take care of anyone else either. So make sure to take some time each day to do something for yourself, whether it's taking a bath, reading a book, or going for a walk. These little moments of self-care will make a big difference in how you feel overall. And when you feel good, you'll be better equipped to handle whatever challenges come your way. 3, call to action. Does your husband often call you when he needs something? Does he seem to only contact you when he has a problem or needs some kind of assistance? While it's certainly nice to know that he thinks of you when he's in need, it's also important to make sure that he's not taking you for granted. After all, you're more than just a personal assistant or a therapist. You're his wife, and he should treat you as such. One way to ensure that he doesn't take you for granted is to set boundaries. Let him know that you're not always available to drop everything and help him out. It's also important to communicate your needs and wants clearly. Do not be afraid to ask for what you want, and don't let him assume that you know what's best for you. By setting these boundaries, you'll be able to protect yourself from being taken advantage of. At the same time, you'll also be sending a clear message that you're not willing to tolerate being treated like a doormat When he understands this, he'll start to treat you with the respect and consideration you deserve. Now, before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. If you find our videos valuable, please support us. Your support helps us to continue to create quality content. Thank you. As a wife, it can be difficult to know when your husband is taking you for granted. You may feel like you're doing everything for him, and he doesn't even notice or appreciate it. But there are some telltale signs that can help you determine whether or not he's taking you for granted. The first sign is that he never thanks you. No matter what you do for him, he never takes the time to say thank you or show his appreciation. This can be a sure sign that he's starting to take you for granted. If he doesn't even acknowledge the things you do for him, then it's clear that he doesn't value your contributions. Another sign that your husband is taking you for granted is that he never asks how your day was. When he comes home from work, does he ever ask how your day was or what you did? If not, then it's likely that he doesn't care about the answer. He's too busy thinking about his own life and doesn't have any interest in yours. That's a clear sign that he's taking you for granted. When you feel like your husband is taking you for granted, it can be easy to get angry or upset. However, it's important to remember that he's probably not doing it on purpose. He may not even realize that his actions are causing you pain. The best thing to do is to communicate with him openly and honestly. Let him know how his actions are affecting you, and see if you can work together to find a solution. With a little effort, you can turn things around and have a happy and fulfilling marriage. So do you think your husband appreciates you? Let us know in the comments below. We hope that you enjoyed this video and got some valuable insight. If so, please don't forget to leave us a thumbs up, as we always appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.